Have you ever wondered if the myths of ancient kings, monstrous creatures and towering walls were not just the imagination of storytellers, but veiled truths from the past? Could the legendary wall in Game of Thrones, built to protect humanity, echo an ancient reality? A monumental barrier forged by Dhul Qarnayn, the mighty king mentioned in the Holy Quran. Dhul Qarnayn, a ruler of immense wisdom and power, was said to have journeyed to the farthest corners of the earth. The Quran depicts him as a man who embodied justice, using his might not for personal gain, but for the betterment of humankind. His name, Dhul Qarnayn, meaning the two-horned one, has intrigued scholars for centuries. Was it a symbolic title referring to his rule over two vast realms, or was it derived from an emblem on his crown? Some connect him to figures in other ancient traditions, such as Alexander the Great or the Persian king Cyrus, both of whom were celebrated for their conquests and wisdom. The legend of Dhul Qarnayn is not confined to Islamic texts. Echoes of his story appear in Syriac literature, where a king builds a barrier to keep out barbaric tribes, and in Greek texts that speak of gates constructed by Alexander to restrain hostile forces. The Quran describes this wall as an extraordinary structure, designed to withstand the test of time and the relentless force of Yajuj and Majuj. Built between two towering mountain ranges, it served as a shield, a boundary separating the known world from a fearsome unknown. While its exact location remains a mystery, ancient maps and Islamic texts offer tantalizing clues. Some point to regions near the Caspian Sea, others to the icy landscapes of the Arctic. Could this wall lie buried under layers of earth or hidden within uncharted territories? Among these ancient texts, there is mention of Mount Qaf, a legendary mountain said to encircle the known world. This mystical range, referenced in Islamic traditions and old maps, was believed to form the boundary of our earthly realm. Maps from the medieval Islamic world, such as those by Idrisi and al-Biruni, depict Mount Qaf as a towering, impassable barrier, separating the civilized world from the unknown. This idea of barriers, both physical and symbolic, is deeply rooted in human imagination. Throughout history, cultures have envisioned the world as a place surrounded by formidable boundaries. The ancient Greeks spoke of Oceanus, the great river encircling the earth. Norse mythology describes Jormungandr, the serpent that loops around the world. In medieval Europe, Mappa Mundi depicted the known lands encircled by seas and mountains, beyond which lay the unknown. This fascination with boundaries extends to modern times. The Great Ice Wall in Game of Thrones serves as a dramatic example, separating the realms of men from the wild forces beyond. In Japanese anime, like Attack on Titan, massive walls protect humanity from terrifying giants. These stories, old and new, reflect a shared human yearning for protection and the fear of the unknown. The parallels to Game of Thrones are striking. In the world of Westeros, the wall was constructed to keep the White Walkers, supernatural beings of ice and death, at bay. Like Yajuj and Majuj, these creatures symbolized chaos and destruction, a force that humanity united to repel. The wall, built during the Age of Heroes, was a last defense, much like the iron barrier of Dhul Qarnayn. What if the wall in Game of Thrones was inspired by this ancient tale? Both serve as powerful symbols of protection and the fragility of human civilization in the face of overwhelming forces. For centuries, the mystery of Dhul Qarnayn's wall has captured the imagination of explorers, historians, and theologians. Ancient maps by cartographers like Idrisi depict boundaries at the edges of the known world, hinting at lands beyond, lands where such a wall might exist. Consider the voyages of Captain James Cook, who charted the vast expanse of the Antarctic but spoke of ice walls and uncharted territories beyond them. Could these accounts point to a hidden truth, a world encircled by icy barriers, as some flat Earth theories suggest? And what of other ancient explorers? Viking sagas speak of lands beyond the seas, shrouded in mist and mystery. The Venetian traveller Marco Polo recounted tales of distant realms, some populated by monstrous beings. These accounts, combined with modern theories of unknown worlds, weave an intriguing tapestry of the Earth's hidden secrets. In this context, stories like Attack on Titan take on a new significance. In that tale, humanity is trapped behind massive walls, surrounded by terrifying creatures. The parallels to Dhul Qarnayn's wall are striking. Both stories suggest a world divided, a known civilization shielded from the unknown horrors beyond. What if these tales are reflections of an ancient truth? What if, beyond the Arctic mountains, lies a land where Yajuj and Majuj still dwell, waiting for the day when the walls fall and they are free to roam? The Quran's prophecy foretells that when Yajuj and Majuj break free, the world will face its greatest test. Their release will signal the beginning of the end times, a moment of unparalleled chaos and destruction. Similarly, in Game of Thrones, the fall of the wall unleashes the White Walkers, bringing the long night and forcing humanity to unite against a common foe. Could these stories, though separated by centuries and cultures, reflect a shared understanding of cataclysmic events? The Wall of Dhul Qarnayn, the wall in Westeros, and the tales of Yajuj and Majuj remind us of the delicate balance between civilization and chaos. As we ponder the mysteries of the past, one question lingers. When the walls fall, will we stand united or crumble under the weight of division? Only time will tell.